Eh. Hello? Hello? Hello, everyone! I'm sorry for the delay. Grocery store was crazy. But hi, welcome to another cooking stream. Okay, I guess it's being overtaken. Sure. Hello, Miao Ying.
You want to flip the screen over?
Yes. Alright, so if you're wondering what's going to happen today and why you don't see parents, Henry and I are going to be cooking for my parents who are going to come over in 2.5 hours. 5:30. 2.5 hours. So we have exactly 2.5 hours to cook all this food. And we're going to be making them.
It's a steak.
Could you make it sound a bit more exciting?
What is the recipe called? Like steak with red pepper sauce?
Red chimichurri.
Oh, that's a chimichurri?
It's a chimichurri, yeah.
Okay, steak with red chimichurri sauce.
It's called
It's from Jamie Oliver.
Jamie Oliver.
I honestly,
Seared steak and red chimichurri.
I thought his recipes were gonna be bad because Uncle Roger made fun of his fried rice, and that was pretty bad. But then I saw the steak recipe on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh wow, it's
Worth a
pretty good."
shot.
Sounds
Joe
pretty good.
Hobson, thank you so much for the 8 months. So yeah, that's gonna happen. And then once they come over at 5:30, we have a whole itinerary that is lovely prepped by my sister. So yeah,
Oh, your sister made that?
yeah. Look at this handwriting.
I
Who
thought
do you
you
think it
made
is? No,
Why did she make that? She's not even here.
because she was very excited and she's like, wait, I have ideas of bustling. So even though Irene, my sister, is not here today because she had to go over to a friend's for birthday celebration, her essence is with us.
Wow, thank you, Irene.
Thank you, Irene. Thank you, Sister Irene. The stakes are high for today's stream. Today, daughter. No, Sam,
Get it? Get the pun?
unfortunately. I do. Unfortunately, no. Not today. But next week she'll be coming back.
Let's see if Jeannie got the right ingredients.
Yeah, so I just got back from the groceries. Fingers crossed I got everything
Oh,
correct.
there's some good steaks because you got them from Pavilions, right? So it's like, it's not the shitty Ralph's that we usually go to.
I'm just gonna do my victory dance of how well I chose the steaks out. When you're like, is there one with more fat? I like stuck my hand deeper into the steak compartment and I was like, which one has more fat?
But that's because you went to Pavilions, so like. But you also did very well. But like, I was scared because like the Ralph's that we usually go to,
You
wouldn't
got
carry
it.
the
Thank you
good
so much.
ingredients.
What's for dinner? Seared steak and red chimichurri, Mama Cat. So Henry's basically the head chef. I'm the sous chef. I
I
have to
should
make
have
sure.
studied this recipe a little more.
Why? It's not that
I don't really
complicated.
remember.
It's not that complicated.
What are the ingredient amounts?
This is for 2 servings, so I bought double everything because we need it for 4 people. Latino Man, thank you so much for gifting a sub.
Here, I'll start with this, the steak.
Wait, no, show them the rest of the ingredients. Make sure I got them correct.
We got some ribeye steak.
Moi, thank you so much for joining me.
Wow, this is on sale. This is only $13.
Did y'all
for 2
check
steaks.
the expiry date?
Of the steak? No,
Of
they
anything?
can't sell expired steak, Jane. That's illegal.
I mean, of anything? I didn't check anything. Oh, by the way, it's called for flat leaf parsley. That's Italian, right?
Yeah.
I am so smart! Because I went to the store and I looked for flat leaf parsley and there's nothing called flat leaf parsley. But why doesn't it just
Got
say Italian
sweet
parsley?
potatoes.
Sweet potatoes. I got 4 of them. Oh, so the side to the steak and the chimichurri is going to be sweet potatoes. 'cause
Chilies.
it's healthy. Yeah. And the one I struggled the most with.
Roasted red peppers.
Did you know how I found this?
Red wine vinegar.
Did you know how I found this?
How?
Okay, so you know I was panicking because you said none of these are what I needed.
Was this in the tomato aisle?
No. Well, no, they were all in the tomato aisle. But then
It was in the top shelf way back there. So when I was like, is there really nothing? And I saw something with a red cap and I was like jumping up and down and everyone was like, this girl's probably weird. I was like, that's it, that's it. And then an even shorter girl came along and she's like, can I help you? And I was like, can you reach for that? And she's like, I'll bring someone else.
There you go.
Or we should
This
probably
cost me the
preheat
most
the
amount
oven.
of time.
But if you didn't really say.
Welcome back.
Everyone's like, little midget. Should have gone on her shoulders, I know, right? And it's funny because the guy she called also had to jump. It was like way far back there.
The Great Wolf Master, thank you so much for joining, or no, for the 200 bits. And Survivor Millie, thank you for the 3 months. Henry, don't make it too fast, because if you cook it too quickly, it's going to get cold by the time they get here. Timmy the Tooth, thank you so much for the resub.
Wait, what?
What? What do you mean what?
Dude, in the video, when he had the sweet potato, it was clearly like a full sweet potato, right?
Yeah.
And he tore out the skin and mashed it.
Yes.
In this recipe, he's telling you to cut it into chunks and then boil it. So it's not even the same recipe he used in the video.
Well, maybe you should use a video recipe.
But you don't really know what it is. I'm assuming he put it in the oven.
Okay, so he put it in, you cut it in chunks, put it back together to look like a sweet potato, and then mashed it?
Huh?
Is that what he did?
Lord Richter.
No, I'm saying in the video, he put these in the oven. In the recipe, he's boiling them.
Chat, which one makes it soft so you can mush it?
Back again.
Well, they both make it soft, but I'm just saying that in the video, he had it whole.
Oh, okay, we can have it whole. I usually put them in the oven.
Yeah, so
I don't boil
Why did
them.
he change it up for like the written recipe?
Maybe because he tried it and it didn't taste yummy, so he's like, guys, don't boil them. Everyone boils. Wow, everyone boils. I've always oven.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Oven's
an
gonna be
Asian
healthier
way,
because
but-
it keeps nutrients in. If you boil it, it's gonna sap the nutrients out.
That's why my mom would always like
Asians bake it.
Yeah, we'd always bake it.
But
We wouldn't
boiling
boil.
is like faster, you know.
Ah, that's why.
Alright, do I skin them?
No, you keep them like that.
What do I do? What do I do?
You keep them like this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, easy. Bigger Rankin, thank you so much for gifting 2 Carolyn says.
If you bake the sweet potato, it makes it sweeter, whereas boiling doesn't. Oh, I didn't know that. Boiling's faster, but it loses its nuts. It's nuts.
Alright, I will be in charge as sous chef of preparing the other ingredients, which are the red chili peppers and the sweet onions. Not
We'll
sweet
wash
onions.
these first.
Yeah, red onions. Move the pan back. Oh shit! Something fell behind. This fell behind the stove.
It's okay.
Is it really?
Yeah, who cares?
Oh my god, you know what fell?
What?
The portion that said 2020, like the year, it just fell off. It's an omen.
What?
The 20, it was the date 2020. The date fell off.
Oh, okay.
But the year fell off. It's an omen.
There are omelets in the sky. Omelets.
It's okay, right? It shouldn't burn. That thing in the back, it shouldn't set on fire and burn.
It's behind the oven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would it burn?
Because it gets hot. Omelets. Omelets. Guys, Henry was like, don't buy any Kroger shit. So I got Signature Select.
Well, that's
red
because
wine
I thought you were
vinegar.
going to Ralph's. So I obviously
Don't buy any
Pavilion
Kroger
doesn't
shit.
have Kroger.
Mitzeta. Family company.
I will not disappoint my Lord Immersion. Bake 2 and boil 2, then compare the outcome.
But why bake 2 when you can bake them all?
Whoa, they got sexier because they got shinier. Ew, that's dirty water.
Huh?
This is dirty water. Did you wash these? Did you actually wash these? But why is there dirt water here?
It's because these are they're just red, you know, the color coming off. So I think they probably just wrap the whole thing, right?
I thought you wrap individually.
Or you want to do that?
Yeah, usually my mom would wrap it individually to like make sure each one is really, you know.
Do it over here. Come on, put it over here. Do it over here. Here, I'll help you wrap.
Henry is expert at cooking, plus master chef. Of course.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Some needs a
that's
little
why.
more.
Just separately. But then again, this is what she did when she was camping. She wrapped each individually. But I would assume it's yummier.
Hello, Panda Queen and Lord Immersion. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying.
Ronin Master, we're making chimichurri, red chimichurri, and seared steak.
It's gonna get more.
Huh? As well as a side of sweet potato. Baked sweet potato. So it's a really healthy meal, which is good for my parents. And it's yummy.
Why does Irene look so manly today? She had a surgery change.
Alright, there you go.
Bye-bye.
Irene be buff. You should be flattered. They call you buff.
Alright, so what I like about this recipe is basically you don't add any extra like olive oil or butter. You kind of just like use the fat. And I know everyone's probably gonna like rip us up for doing that, but I thought it was a good idea, Jeannie. I thought it was a fantastic idea. I thought it was really unique, you know. Cause like usually like when you cook the steak and there's just fat there, you just like chop it off, right? But in this case, you actually like crisp up the fat, and then it's like little fat chips, you know. So you can actually eat the fat. Cause I don't like eating like blubber, you know. So I think it's a cool idea to crisp it up.
He's Chinese.
Is that my fucking driver's license?
Yeah. They can't see it. But for safety's sake. There you go.
So
Peppers.
so yeah, just explaining it to you before I cut the steak off or the fat off, and then people are like, "What are you doing?" That's blasphemy. But it's Jamie Oliver's brilliant idea.
J'aime Olivelle.
I'll prep this peppers.
You can smell it.
Shall I put a wet towel underneath?
Yes, sir. Not that
Are
one.
these new towels?
Yes, they're new. That's why not that one. Maybe the ones over there. Okay,
The ones over where?
over there.
On the floor?
That's on top of the clothes on the floor. Those, yeah.
Did you turn out our towels red as well?
That was from a long time ago.
Mr. Bob Phones, thanks to Altinaran for my sub gift. Thank you, Altinaran. And thank you. Thank you for the 4 months, Mr. Box Phones.
Fun fact, I've never cut a red chili pepper before, so I think that's how he did it, and then he went like this, right?
Yeah.
So it should be simple enough. Wait a second. His looked
Closer over here, so we're more in the center of the screen.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, cameraman. So the steaks you just season with salt and generous amounts of pepper.
Action P20. Thank you so much for joining. Don't screw up. Okay, we won't.
Also, Jeannie tells me her parents like her steak medium. They like it well done.
Okay, my dad's a medium well guy, or medium rare. Medium, actually, my dad's a medium guy. My mom is a medium well
But I
or well
refuse.
done. And you know, can I read you some lines that Henry said as I was arguing with him why he should cook the steak just medium well or well done because it is for my parents. Henry was, I will not go down being seen cutting a medium well steak on camera. And then we talked for a bit, and then he said, and then I said, what would you do if you had to cook a medium well or well done steak? And he'd be like, but not on camera. He's like, oh yeah, that's fine because I throw it away in the trash where it belongs. That's Henry's opinions of very strong opinions of a well done
So,
steak.
what I suggested is that we cook a perfect medium rare, and then we microwave the portions for Jeannie's mom. That way she gets her well done, and I don't have to disgrace myself on live stream.
I just can't believe you'd say that. I will not be seen cutting into a well done steak on stream. On camera. I was like, Jesus
The
Christ.
cow died for the steak.
Wash your hands very, very well before you go pee the next time. Believe me, a mistake I'll never do again. Oh, that's disgusting. Pants are an option. Oh. Disgusting thing to talk about right before cooking, but good advice. Henry's right. I mean,
I will not disgrace the steak.
what if your client, your high-paying client is like, but I want a well-done steak.
The better it is.
The rarer the steak, the better it is. Well, my mom would look at a medium steak and be like, that thing's still bleeding. And why would anyone still eat anything that's still bleeding? Blaspheme.
So this is supposed to be done with like a sirloin with a fat cap attached to it.
Link, thank you so much for joining. Let's
Jeannie said the sirloin doesn't have a fat cap.
Yeah.
So instead I'm
You
gonna
know
have to
what's-
butcher up a ribeye like this.
You know what's kind of weird? That store for pavilions for being like, more upper tier. It didn't have any like New York strip steak. New York steak strip.
I think it did, you just didn't see it.
No, I swear I looked up and down. Everyone's like, leave the fat on.
So we're trying a different method today. We're gonna cook the fat separately
I own a restaurant in
and then cook the meat in the fat after it's done rendering. So I don't know how it's gonna taste. I'm gonna trust Jamie Oliver on this one. And hope
Jamie
that,
Oliver, take the
that he
wheel.
knows what he's doing.
If you are making well done, you might as well smother it in ketchup.
Gamazana, you guys are all being hateful towards my mother.
Nah, it's like an Asian thing, you know. Like in Asian cuisine, they cook all their beef well done.
Yeah, because in KBBQ, no one's gonna eat that rare. I'm making a ribeye roast, medium rare, and baking everything. Oh, for Friendsgiving. That's awesome.
Henry.
How are you supposed
Apparently,
to?
Jeannie doesn't know who Weird Al is.
Apparently, Jeannie doesn't know. Oh, I don't know who Weird Al is, Henry.
Video about him, please.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah. Who is he?
Great guy.
What does he do?
He makes music.
It's not blood, though, it's
Oh.
myoglobin.
What kind of music?
Very funny music.
It's not blood, it's myoglobin. Very funny music. Name one of his songs.
Is it
What if Gordon Ramsay
his
himself
parody
did
of
your food?
They See Me Rolling or something?
Oh, I didn't know that. What if Gordon Ramsay inspected your food? Again, I'm not cooking for Gordon Ramsay, I'm cooking for my parents. Are you crying?
No.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
My mom is the same way with steak.
My mom is the same way with steak. That's why, as a cook, I had to disown her. Jesus Christ.
That's okay, I had to disown it.
Jesus. Can I tell? Wait, I wonder, did I tell you guys the story of like, so the last Thanksgiving we had it at my parents' house, right? And so my mom and my sister were preparing the side dishes upstairs, and Henry, Dennis, and my dad were in charge of cooking the steak and the meat downstairs in the garage, like over like a fire. And then so it was like, okay, the guys can go take care of the meat and the girls would prepare the sides, right? And then Henry and my dad and everyone took turns like cooking the steak, right? And Henry cooked his steak medium, where the blood is still kind of coming out, but it's not really blood, it's juices. It was juices, right? But when they brought it upstairs, my mom and sister were like, oh, like the guys are doing a shoddy job. I don't think they cooked this enough. And they shoved it into the oven and cooked it some more. And Henry was like,
By the time I came back upstairs, it was too late.
yeah, you were like, did I
couldn't
cook?
save it.
And then like while you were eating, you were like, I didn't cook any of these steaks well done. And I was like, about that. It was because it was tossed in the oven after you brought it upstairs.
Weird Al is the king of parody songs. You even made it
Dude,
as an artist into
Genius
a
family
song
literally
parody
regularly
like that.
eats ribeye steak, filet mignon, well done. Okay, dude, they buy filet mignon. Not only do they cook it well done,
Oh my god,
they
yeah.
slice it thin until they're like half an inch thick, and they're like fucking rock hard, well done slices of filet mignon. I'm like, it pains me to see this.
Yeah, I think the funniest part was when you're like, they cut the filet mignon, which is supposed to be thick and juicy, into.
Filet mignon is supposed to be the softest, like most tender meat possible. It doesn't have a lot of fat in it, but it's supposed to be really soft and juicy.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
So that's exactly why people buy it.
Yeah.
So by cutting it up into slices, you completely lose all the benefits of that piece of meat. Which is also like one of the most expensive cuts you could buy in the grocery stores. I don't understand. Like they turned like a $50 cut into like a $10 cheap thin steak, and I was so baffled.
So funny though, because like, I've never met a food elitist in my life before Henry. So dating Henry has certainly enlightened me to like, you know, good food and how you're supposed to eat food. Bless my parents, I love them, but I notice some of the things they do is not really conventional
Confused.
and sometimes sacrilege. The cow though, Panda Queen, are your parents rich? Is confused. No, they get it on sale at Costco. That's what my mom always says. She's like, there's a sale on Costco, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, they probably got it because of a sale, but then proceed to like completely destroy that
It's not
beautiful
elitism,
cut of
it's
meat.
common sense.
And when we eat steak, we would have kimchi with it. It's not elitism, it's common sense. Okay. Common sense that we were living without. I don't know, if you go to Korea and you showed that steak to my grandma, she'd be like,
respect your
the
mom,
cow's still
But
breathing.
no amount of respect can make me agree that eating a dried out puck tastes good.
Yeah, you know, I ate a dried out puck for like, how many years of my life? Before I met Henry? That's all I've been eating, because that's what I was used to. It's fine. It's fine.
Look at how much fat is in these steaks.
Aren't you proud?
Is that insane? Do you guys see this? This is all fat. This
Aren't you
entire
so
pile is
proud of me?
straight fat.
Aren't you proud? When you were like, can you get some with a lot of fat? I was like, you got it, fam. When you say a lot, I will deliver. Did you see that scientists you can make a grow your own human steak kit? No, I didn't.
Grow your own human steak? Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
You can grow your own steak of human.
Alright, I'm really excited to render out all this fat. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you're gonna start rendering, right? So I have to move the camera because it's gonna be
Should
over.
I
like
render
that.
this entire thing at the same
You need
time?
to cut it into chunks, Henry. No. He cut it into chunks, into small bits.
Like he rendered out.
No,
Oh, okay.
he cut it into small bits.
Alright.
Why is Henry ruining? Oh no, guys, he explained. You must be late. This is a new form of cooking the steak in which you cut out the fat from the steak and cook the steak within the fat. He's not ruining it. Or he might be.
We're experimenting Jamie Oliver's method here.
Wouldn't it be funny if we tried Jamie Oliver's method, it doesn't taste good, and then you're like, yep, Uncle Roger was fucking right.
Yeah. If this doesn't work, then I lose all respect for Jamie Oliver.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll work.
Because it's funny, because Henry yesterday was like, I respect Jamie Oliver because he's the non-conventional, you know?
It should work. It should work. It's just...
The more you say that to yourself, the more you're just reassuring yourself, like, it should work. It should work. We already know he can't make fried rice. Hey, but you know what? Steak might be one thing that he might be onto something.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust him for Asian food, but...
But for American food,
Steak, why not?
he might be onto something. I thought it was gonna be a bit dry if you cut out the fat. Or it's gonna be like not as yummy. Like you need to add butter or oil to, you know, add richness. That's what I thought, but I don't know.
I'm just in it for like the crispy fat bits.
Worst case scenario, we'll add butter, right?
Yeah, but the idea is that once the fat is off the meat, it's irrecoverable, you know? It just loses a certain level of juiciness.
That's true because the fat needs to cook within the meat. Well, science experiment, a great time to do it. Well, my freaking parents. At least it's healthier for them. So my mom will love it solely based off the fact that it's healthier.
I mean, they're pretty used to dry steaks, so it's okay. They won't be able to tell the difference.
You're right. You're pretty right. Alright, okay, so once I did that, now what? Oh, you need 4 garlic cloves. You're gonna cook 2 at a time, right?
Yeah.
So
These are some pretty thick steaks. Ooh, it's gonna take a while.
Jamie Oliver said you just literally throw the garlic not peeled into the pan. I kind of want to throw it peeled into the pan.
He's trying to soften it up by doing that, but he doesn't want to brown the garlic. That's the purpose of that. Because he wants like a mellow garlic flavor in the sauce, but he doesn't want it to be tainted by the burnt or the oilness in the pan. So that's the purpose.
Okay.
So it's a little weird, but I understand where he's going with that.
Are they making cookies? It's a funny looking cookie.
Look at all this beautiful beef fat, Ginny. Look at that. Absolute stunning.
Are you turning into Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
Mexi Krogan, thank you so much for joining the Panda Crusade.
Everyone's like, the meat stack looks like cake. Oh, you're hiding it behind these bottles. There you go.
English Muffin, thank you so much for joining the Panda Crusade. Your name's adorable. Bye.
Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3. My job's almost done. I just need to do this and then the spring onion, and then I'm done.
Very great. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
3, 4. Okay, so they asked for 4. My mom loves garlic flavor though. Should I add more than 4? Six? Okay, let's add more. Because they are small. That's another thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 will be good. 6 is enough. Everyone's like, add more garlic. If you love garlic, add more.
Uncle, where'd you go?
Nowhere.
Where's nowhere?
All right.
Did you
I'm running out the
season?
steak. Season?
Yeah, you have to season the steak.
We're gonna cook the fat first.
Oh, okay. Let me move the camera.
Okay, fine. I'll season it first, and then we'll render out the fat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Come down with the sickness. Alright. So, and then he chopped off spring onions in half.
Because our pans, do you think you could cook all
You know why I
four of
don't
them
trust?
in one?
No.
Okay.
You know why I don't trust Jamie Oliver?
Why?
Because he cooked his steak in a non-stick pan.
You said that's fine!
I mean, it's like it's fine, but I'm just like, he's like one of those chefs that like teaches moms that cook for their families, you know, like
What's wrong with
moms that are
that?
looking for ease, you know, like a cast iron might be too like heavy for some moms to lift, you know, like it's
Calling all mothers weak.
no, but I'm just saying like.
Do you want me to bring over your mother
Like
who
some
can
of this-
whip you a new one?
Some of the things he uses, like, you know, a little questionable. Like, it seems like he's trying to tailor his food and cooking style to make it easier for, like, moms out there. So that's the part where I'm a little iffy, because he did use a fucking non-stick pan, but we're about to use a non-stick pan too, so.
Wait, Henry, you've always cooked steak in a non-stick pan.
No, I have the stainless steel, which isn't the best either,
Yeah.
but
So he said an entire bunch for 2 steaks. So I bought 2 bunches.
okay.
Okay, just letting you know.
Cool.
So don't freak out when you see there's a lot of onion.
向かってくるのか
Ninja Pandas, thank you so much for joining.
This salt shaker sucks. Like, it's extra coarse salt, but the holes are really small, so they can't even get out.
Please ask the broadcaster to make sure their Streamlabs recent events panel is open. Please ask the broadcaster to make sure their Streamlabs recent events panel is
Do you know if there's any moderators in chat that knows what he's talking about? She's a filthy casual. I'm not even a filthy casual. I'm like a pathetic pleb.
Knows what who's talking about.
The whole Streamlabs. Don't season too close on the steak. Yeah, are you doing the far method?
ほう向かってくるのか
Salted pecan, thank you so much.
Oh, he just wants you to be able to see recent bits and duration. Ah, thank you, Izo. We've got a troll in chat.
Do you guys like wash your hands every time you lift this stuff up? Or do you
Wait,
just
did
lift
you-
it up with like meaty hands?
No, wash.
This is why I hate cooking sometimes.
You know what I do? And this may be a filthy casual method, but I grab the paper towel and wrap it around. So my hands
You know
on the
what I
dirty
should do?
side. What?
I should
Just
season the
fucking leave.
board and start rolling them in the salt.
Oh, like pandas?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
I think that's why chefs do it that way. Because
Did
then
you-
they're apple wash.
Yeah. Did you and Henry bake cookies at 1 a.m. like he promised in today's video? No, he did not.
Something better.
We did tacos.
No, we did lasagna.
Oh, yeah, we did bitch lasagna. Monster Fro, thank you so much for gifting us up.
Yeah, we ate lasagna.
Like if you just salt the board.
He said you're supposed to massage the salt and pepper into the steak.
Yeah. By using the board. You push it into the board.
Oh, okay. I trust you.
Creighton X, thank you so much for joining. The kind of thing. And Ryan's 10.
Sip my water. I don't have water.
I like my steak super rare. Just cooking up.
Here's why I season the board instead of the meat. Here's why I season the tree before instead of the board.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Did
Nanny?
you know I actually season the pan instead of the steak?
Did you know I actually asked your whoop instead of whooping your ass?
Okay.
Ow! Am I catching on? Is that how the saying goes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you know I actually season the knife and then let the knife season the steak?
Did you know I actually... I can't play your game anymore.
Okay.
Did you know I actually seasoned the cow before I seasoned the steak? Does that work?
Did you know I actually season the guitar that seasons the cow that seasons the steak?
Did you know I seasoned the ground that the cow eats?
Did you know I season the grass that the cow eats just to
That's
impart
what
the extra... Did you know I season the water that feeds the grass that's... Alright, I'm done.
Did you know I seasoned Lord that made the grass and the water that seasoned the steaks? Is this a meme? Am I catching on?
Yeah, because there's a YouTuber.
Huh.
Because like our clickbait titles are like always like, oh, I seasoned the board instead of the steak. Or
Ah!
I seasoned like, you know, the grill instead of the whatever.
Everyone's like, Junie win because I seasoned the Lord. And you can't season anything higher than the Lord. Unless you're atheist, then I guess you can argue that. Okay, and then he cut this in half. Henry? He cut it in half. And then he tossed it
Is
in
that
the
what he
pan.
did?
Yeah, I think he tossed it in the pan.
I'm a little afraid I'm gonna over season this by seasoning the board.
You should have seasoned the Lord.
Should have seasoned the Lord.
You should have seasoned the Lord. Would have been a much better option. I seasoned Azathoth, who dreamed the Lord. Oh.
Okay, I don't trust this method. I feel like I over season this steak.
Okay, I know the next steps, but I need you to cook all this. So this is gonna be for half. So two red chili peppers. Do you know there's red jalapeno peppers and they're different?
Yeah.
Do you know how they're different?
How?
Their name. That we're going to be spending 2 per steak.
Do you want to render out the steak fat?
Okay, let me move the camera.
Gonna trip the merry-go-round way. What's the meaning of thirsty fat?
Is that Weird Al?
What?
What
No.
does the fox say?
No.
Damn it.
Jesus.
Who's the guy who's saying that?
I forget what they're called. I just love them though. I'm seasoning the floor as well. Did you know that?
Henry, seasoning the floor means that's extra
It
stuff.
means extra flavor for our feet, which carries over to the bed. Which means our sleeping has extra flavor as well.
What does that have to do with the steak, though? You have to
Which means that the next day will be more flavorful,
but the steak.
and your life will be spicier.
But the steak. Oh no, your organic strawberries.
It's not mine. That's Irene's.
Yeah, but you eat it.
Alright, Master. All prepped and ready. Genie will now render the fat. Watch me do my magic. Alright, so first, you get a pan. Take out the hair, because that's kind of gross.
Isn't this a small pan?
That is the big pan.
This is the big pan.
That's the big pan. This is the small pan. This is
smaller.
You just got bigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, isn't it like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah. Okay, let me
Move the camera a bit more so y'all can see bigger standings.
You use the middle one.
Yeah, so that way they could see.
I'm ready.
What?
I'm gonna cook it. You gotta wait for it to heat up. Right?
No, just put it in. It's fat.
Ta-da!
And then what?
And then we dance.
it's funny because usually when you dance, right, you can move from side to side, but Henry strictly moves up and down. Can you move side to side? Can you go like this?
No.
Why do you have to go up and down? Like, he doesn't do this.
The only way to dance, Jeannie.
No, try. Side to side. Like Ariana Grande's Granada song.
I'm good.
Please.
What are we? So we're waiting for the garlic?
Henry's a Chad. Are you on it, sir? Leo Nestor, thank you so much for joining the Panda Crusade. Render the fats. Oh, okay. In order to render the fats, I'm going to use a wooden thingy so I don't scratch the non-stick pan.
I'm gonna turn the heat up.
Yes.
That heat going.
So then you also throw in the garlic here, right?
Wait, G, did you forget to season the spoon? G, you forgot to season the spoon.
Wait, are you really serious?
It imparts extra flavor, G.
I'm not seasoning the spoon. I am gonna season it with garlic though.
One-third cup of your choice
Wait,
of
I'm gonna throw in the
barbecue
garlic.
sauce, a few pinches of salt and pepper,
Because
2
that's
to
to
4
cook with the fat.
tablespoons of Frank's hot sauce. Regularly
That's what he
let it
did.
sit in that mixture
Doesn't
for
want
around
to wait for the fat to like.
But it needs to cook with the fat so the flavors release.
Okay.
Plus the new Henry.
What's the meaning of show?
He added. Where's the recipe?
On my phone.
Sizzle good. This is in honor of my sister. Ba, 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 ba. Woo! Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Woo! Now we're volado y de cow. Crispy.
I think he forgot to. You're also supposed to put spring onions in there as well.
Right now?
But he forgot to say that, right?
Right now?
Because he says remove 4 spring onions, but he never said when to put them in.
Yeah, he never said when.
I think you're supposed to put them in with the garlic instead.
Well, then I need to put these in
Currently
too.
not having a great time in small apartment during pandemic.
No, those just
was
go
also
raw.
able to move back to parents' place and
No,
finish
it does
Master
not.
Relief
It does
in
not go in raw.
So just 4 more weeks here and trying to wind down with your stream.
Oh, thank you, Altair. Awesome name, by the way. Hold on, sorry, I couldn't read it. Let me read it.
He cooks it all in.
向かって
Doesn't cook the.
He does. Watch the video. Throw it in, Henry won't notice. We'll go up for it, boys.
Where does he do it?
Go back, go back, go back. See? Yep. See?
So he. I think you put it. Yeah, wait for the fat to like sear out some more, and then put it in.
All of these? All of this?
Yeah. Just cook it for a little bit. Yeah.
By the way, do you think that's enough spring onion for 4 people or no?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Because you have to lay spring onion on the plate too for 4 people.
Here.
If it's not, I have another
Oh,
bunch.
there's another bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, then use the other bunch.
Yeah, can you cook the other, or can you take care of this? I'll chop the other bunch. Here.
Check it out, fellas. With all that fat. How many teaspoons of fat do you reckon is in there?
1.
Nah, there's gotta be like 5 teaspoons of fat.
1.
向かってくるのか
This might actually be like a whole cup of fat.
1.
The one fat to kill them.
Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub. And Ryu Tench, thank you so much for joining the Panda Crusade.
Let me know when to add these. These have water on them. Is that okay? Or is it
Did you
gonna-
wash them?
Yeah. Of course I did. Let me know. Should I dry it or
No, Sardi, thank you so much for joining the Panda Crusade.
render a new video? Not a fat. Okay, can I add the other stuff in now? Henry, we have to cook it with
Still
the
quite a
fat.
bit of fat
We
in
have to
there.
cook it with the oil and the fat, so it can
Alright.
season.
I'm scared. I'm scared. No!
Okay, toss the rest of
A lot of green onions, man.
Yeah, I love green onions.
A lot of green.
My parents
No,
love green
I'm just like, I don't think they're gonna char up properly because there's too many in the pan, you know.
It'll work.
Like this wasn't designed for this many green onions,
It'll work. It'll work.
so it's probably not gonna get.
Oh,
color.
while that's happening, I'm gonna prep the next part, which is the magic
I'll
bullet.
bump the heat up, but I don't think we're gonna get any good color on this. 'Cause, this recipe was designed for like one steak.
2.
Really?
Yep.
So, what happens when you have so much things in the pan is everything releases moisture, and then it causes everything to start steaming instead of frying. So, we're sacrificing some flavor here. Maybe we should have cooked 2 at a time.
But my stocking lover, thank you so much for 4 months going for another term. Thank you. Welcome back.
I got the bullet for making the chimichurri sauce later.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't the red peppers for the chimichurri sauce? We have to cook it first. Did you season the onions with tears from the juices? No. There are no onions in this recipe. Take out half and cook 2 steaks at a time, or it'll be bad.
Gee, you're saying you didn't season the water that you washed spring onions with?
I didn't.
The recipe's ruined, guys.
Henry, but more, I didn't season the sink upon which the
You should
water.
have seasoned the pipes that the water came from. Season the water to season
I didn't
the leeks.
season the plumber when he came into put the pipes in. Henry, I didn't even season the water plant from where our water comes
We should
from.
just give up, Genie. It's
You know
over.
what? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's saved. Because the ocean is seasoned. So we're okay. We seasoned the ocean, and it's okay.
But the water filtration system. Did you season the water filtration system?
No, I didn't.
So you know what's funny? The guy who uses that clickbait probably feels really attacked.
Yeah, he does.
If you were to ever watch this. Did you get on the roof and season the house? No. No, we forgot.
We're sorry we're letting you down, guys.
Curious Phoenix, thank you so much.
Season the water filters after buying them, then you don't have to remember. True. You didn't season the space and time. It's all over. We didn't season this alternate universe. What's the point?
Against the Gray, thank you so much for 2 months.
It's winter season though.
So,
It's seasoned with winter.
okay.
You didn't like that one, did you?
No.
God damn it.
I didn't season the hydrogen or the oxygen. Bonjour, dear friends, bisous. Zen Snowfall, thank you so much for 7 months. But Henry, what's the point of seasoning all that when the season changes?
Just that.
Why?
Nope.
Why? Why? Shrine F Temple, thank you so much for the 4 months.
You want to start putting the bell peppers in there?
Hi.
Yeah, how much you're supposed to put?
No! He put 2. Half slices. I think you just put all of it.
I start putting it in.
Should I follow the recipe?
Yeah. You want to put the camera back or something? Or you want, oh, the magic bowl's attached to it.
Yeah, so I was gonna do it right there. We can bring the camera
gonna see
closer.
it?
We can bring the camera closer. Remove 4 spring onions and the crispy fat bits to a dish. Then place the rest of the spring onions and the chilies in the blender. So he said remove 4 for a dish.
Okay.
So let me grab a dish. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for 1. 1, 2,
So your arm's blocking the camera.
3, 4. This is for 2 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
As a child said season's greedy.
Nice catch. 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1 more. 4. This is for 4 people, right?
Yeah.
And then I put the rest in here.
Guys, you see how much fat is in
That's
here?
a lot of fat.
Yeah.
Oh my
Probably
god.
a cup of beef fat, Jimmy.
Oh
It's a
my
straight cup of it.
word.
Why do you take the peppers too?
All the peppers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, don't get the beef fat with you.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
You're gonna have a little crispy bits in the sauce.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm seasoning it.
Take all of it.
I know, but there's beef fat attached, okay? And then I attack this.
He says like put in more olive oil, but I'm like, do you need olive oil? There's so much like beef oil infused.
Well, because the olive oil adds its
Take
own
this.
flavor, doesn't it?
There's a little.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take the garlics,
Wait, take this. Take this.
and I'm gonna take the garlic,
Yeah, take garlic.
and I need to peel it. And then I need to take the garlics. I can't peel this if it's hot though. So what am I supposed to do?
Borrow Gordon Ramsay's hands.
Okay. No, I'll borrow Jiro's apprentice's hands, who all can touch hot
Become a
towels.
Mexican mother.
Okay, that's racist. I'm gonna become a sushi chef. I'm gonna become Jiro's sous chef. How many garlic pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All done. And then what I do is
Just look at the amount of fat in here, guys. You can't see it because it's in the corner here.
this is really hot. It's really hot. How do chefs do this? How do you guys just touch things with no feelings in your hands? It's way too freaking hot. Does chat have any recommendations? It's a rite of passage. Oven hands. Okay, I'll just do rite of passage. Burn my hands for this. How'd you do it, Henry? Do you have a rite of passage?
Why don't you just use like a knife or something?
It's not really knifeable. It comes off. It's just hot. Like that. Yeah, it comes off. It's just hot. Hot. 1. I swear. Rite of passage to become a good chef is just basically stick your hand in boiling water and get used to that feeling.
I feel like we can get even more
Fuck. 2.
fat out of this. I'm trying to extract the maximum amount of fat.
Oh, that burns. Okay. 3. That's why I don't understand people who enjoy cooking, because cooking is pain.
Make sure you season the blender before you put it in, alright?
Okay,
Oh wait, you already put it. Oh,
I
okay.
seasoned the magic bullet.
Okay.
I season cord. You know what? I season the electrician. Seasoned his mother.
Okay, Jay, alright. Okay.
Henry, don't you start with me, boy. 3, 4.
ほう向かってくるのか
And then you have to add.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic.
New garlic skin on here.
I don't need the skin. You need to add extra virgin olive oil. Okay, all good, all good.
Nothing like a good pan of beef fat.
Yep.
Mm.
Good job. So proud. This actually looks like it'll be yummy. I'm pretty
so I
excited.
choose the recipe.
Pretty excited.
I'm
Okay.
just, I'm afraid that I cut off some like tendon areas, and then when you chop into them, like I don't want your parents to bite into like a piece of tendon.
Oh, they hate tendon. They will disown you if you made them bite into tendon.
Like it's very easy to chop off like the tendon part.
They said half tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar.
Alright, can you get another cutting board? We'll extract the beef fat.
Oh, maybe you should have asked for a bowl.
Why?
Never mind. Okay.
Trying to show the fucking camera.
Yeah, a bowl would have been better because you're dropping them all around the side.
I wouldn't be dropping it if I were trying to show the camera what's going on.
Okay, the camera can see what's going on. You don't need to do that.
My wrist hurts now.
You know. Oh, they
Oh
missed
my
all
gosh.
of it. They missed all of what you
I was
just
trying
did.
to freaking give them a good view.
There you go. Good.
Boom.
Boom.
You want to try
The what?
one of these crispy beef bits?
I'm okay. I'm okay. This looks. Wait. What happens to these?
We can throw them out.
Rick! Do you want to try one?
I'm a little afraid.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. They're not crispy.
Not crispy?
No. I
Well,
just say.
spread them out.
I just say fat. Oh, let them sit. They will be.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll let them sit.
Let them dry out. We ate them a little too early.
Excuse me.
But yeah, it was just straight up ate beef fat there.
Yeah, I was like. Alright, so
I feel like I should have seasoned the fat. And I feel like I'm not joking this time. I feel like let me season it real
I
quick.
feel like I should have seasoned. His recipe's kind of full.
Recipe's kind of what?
It's kind of full.
向かってくるのか
He said to get red bell pepper, right? Roasted.
Yeah.
Never in here did he say to add it.
He's forgetting he's forgetting a lot of things in the instructions.
I'm kind
I
of
don't think he
worried.
writes the recipes himself.
Who writes the recipes then?
Like, I don't know.
Because now I don't trust whether to put 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar.
Love you guys 9 months here. I come.
Because who writes these recipes?
Yixi KX3. Love you guys. 9 months, here I come. Thank you so much for the 8 months.
The recipe writer. Yeah, I just don't know.
For that, with all that beef fat.
Are you sure you don't want to add extra virgin olive oil?
No, you can add some. That's a lot of flavor.
That's a lot of damn flavor.
向かってくるのか
One of each.
One. One.
And then you add
We'll lay them away from each other so it doesn't affect the cooking.
a half bunch of flat leaf parsley. So how much do I have to add?
Let me season